Do you know what I'm most looking forward to about this episode of Game Club?
What?
The fact I'm not editing it.
What? Where was this agreed?
Yep, you said so.
God damn it.
You were like, Hans, I appreciate all the effort. Now that I have had to edit 2 episodes, that is the equivalent of not even 10 minutes.
Not even just edit, Hans. I've had to write, I've had to record them, I've fucking had to do everything myself because someone decided it'd be a good idea to move house.
Hang on. What do you mean you had to write them?
Because they were like because it wasn't just me playing the game, it was like a pre-recorded thing over footage. So I wrote down my notes first.
Yeah. Alex, don't lie. You know that we script every single episode of Bachelors we've ever done.
Good thing keeping the illusion alive. This entire Game Club is also scripted.
Yep. Every single racist joke. Yep. Every single
really
inappropriate thing. He does, yes.
That's why they're okay.
Every single time I've went off on the place that I work.
There's been plenty of situations
I'm not
where
say.
you're like, that's not far enough, Nick. You need to make it more racist.
Really hurt my feelings.
Why doesn't leave the recording crying we haven't done our jobs.
No, that's all acting, remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All scripted. It's all we're so good at acting, Hans and I aren't actually brothers.
Nick, I'm not gonna lie, that's the truth. You were adopted.
Hans,
Nick,
don't toy with me. I wish that was true.
Speaking of toying with your siblings.
Oh no, Hans.
The preamble subject I have picked.
God damn
it. Oh God. I'm okay. What is your favorite maybe isn't the best term to use, but favorite way to say orgasm or to ejaculate?
Hans.
What's your favorite way to say ejaculate? For example, mine is whoopsie doo, here comes the goo. Or how about
I'm gonna say that's not your favorite way to say it in a regular conversation.
How about it's slime time? Or maybe have some brogurt.
I often wonder why we include Hans in each recording sometimes.
Why did I come back to this?
Or maybe you're just curious, guys.
I think you're the curious one. Right?
About different names for semen, okay? One of which is... Oh God, so gross. One of which is love mayonnaise.
Is it low fat mayonnaise?
Human glue. Or what about cock sauce? One of them is just Joe Jonas. It makes no sense. Or another one is who writes these? One of them is skeet.
Where are you finding all this?
Urban Dictionary, Urban Thesaurus, the brother site of Urban Dictionary.
But Hans, you know what they say?
What?
Sometimes you just gotta nut and strut.
Nick, we both know. Ages ago, Nick and I were looking up different ways for saying what was it? What's the original one? Like have sex with them and then leave them. Whatever the original term is for that.
Hump and dump.
Hump and dump, yeah. Like that sort of thing. And Nick found a list, and it is the funniest fucking list I've ever heard in my life.
I'll go through some here. How about skeet and eat? Squirt, then revert. Finger, don't linger. Jack off, then back off. Tear her apart, then depart.
So fucked.
Fuck her ass, then hit the gas. Spray DNA and refuse to stay.
What's the really bad one?
Well, there's rape and escape. Which
That's awesome. It's just terrible. It's
rock her
so
box
bad.
and change the locks. Ruin her sheets and hit the streets. Put yourself inside her a fair amount, then change your physical whereabouts. Upload your genetic information, then appear in a different nation.
Who thinks of this shit?
Give it to the lad, then make like a black dad.
Jesus Christ. Why does it always come back to racism with us? Every time. I wrote that one.
Empty your sack and don't come back. I still have that saved on Instagram. I look at it every so often because it's fucking hilarious.
It is a good thing that we don't have a Bash sister. Because she would not last long.
No.
She would quit before the end of the week.
So I saw a nice little Reddit thread the other day, and that it prompted questions. So, do you know the way there's the running joke that when people do parkour, they yell parkour?
Parkour, yeah.
So, is the equivalent of that while having sex just saying fuck while having sex?
But would you say it every time that you like thrust? No, because like it would be like, because that would be like any time you like stub your toe and go fuck. So I think you're having sex.
Yeah. Like anytime I jump up something, I say parkour.
So does that mean like anytime you do anything, you just shout what you're doing?
Yep, I narrate my whole life.
Washing dishes.
Podcasting. I'll just be walking down the street, just be like, I'm a disappointment. Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Nonsense Bash presents Game Club for August and September 2019. Yes, Game Club is back. The monthly video podcast review thing,
Yeah, right.
where we take turns playing a game, go play it for the month, and come back and discuss it for your listening pleasure. This month, I picked Sleepy Dogs from
Last month, I picked Sleepy Dogs
from United Front Games. And as ever, I am your host, not Asian, Nick Davis, joined by also not Asian, Hans Davis.
Greeting! How you doing?
Definitely not Asian, Alex Proudfoot.
Hello?
And 100% certified Asian, IY
Hey,
John.
my mother's Malaysian.
That's in Asia.
No. That is actually in it, right?
I know geography.
So I just wanted to bait you into it.
So how is everyone?
Asian.
Definitely.
Is that a feeling these days?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Why are you two not Asian and I'm definitely not Asian?
Because we're both very squinty.
Me and Nick do go quite Asian whenever we smile, that is true.
Right, okay.
Wait, isn't that
That's
people
why-
in general,
that's why
though? Like...
Are you saying that all white people look the same when they smile?
Damn! You turned the tables on him.
Aha, it's our time to fight back.
From being oppressed over.
in this world of over political correctness, it's our time to fight back against racists.
Yes, Sleeping Dogs, the open world action game, originally released in August 2012, with the definitive edition released in August. No, not August, just 2014. I don't know why I didn't write a month there. So, in Sleepy Dogs, you play as Wei Shen, an undercover cop infiltrating the Triad as he becomes embroiled in a power struggle between lieutenants within the Triad. And slowly, finds himself losing grip on his police duties as he slips further and further into the triad.
Into the triad or triads?
Plural?
Is he not a member of only one?
Is there? I thought it was one big triad with multiple wings.
One big triad.
Yeah, with like multiple wings.
There are rival ones.
I thought it was there was one overarching triad.
Yeah, our triads are not like the mafia. That is just the archetype of gangster, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is. Yeah, because like then there's the, is it no? What is the who on ye? Isn't that one of the branches of them and all?
Yeah, but I thought they were multiple branches under one big organization.
No, well, I don't think
Sun
so.
on ye.
Sun on ye, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one you join.
Yeah, but then the rivals are... I can't remember the name of the rivals.
Yeah, but I knew there are rivals, but I thought they are rivals for power within the organization, not rivals of just...
No,
these
there's like
triads.
straight up a different gang, as it were. Oh, are they... It's a number, isn't it?
I set the registrator, come on.
Oh, you're a triad.
A triad? I'm just one triad?
You're a being of triad.
I thought it was like... What he said at the start of the game, it is you only hear about one, right?
Yeah, so
yeah. And then...
I'm trying to remember the name of the other one. Because
not like... Is it Black Suns or something? I thought it was something like that. I thought there was sun in the title.
Sleeping dogs.
Our research was great.
Google will answer. This is what happens when you don't record it for a month. The 18K.
Yeah, 18K, that's it,
yeah.
yeah.
Had a number on it.
So, as always, I've split up this into 3 categories.
Nick, what are those categories? You never asked us how much we actually played.
I'm going to say the categories and then ask you.
Do we? I thought it was the other way around.
No,
I thought I always asked first, yeah.
Right. If I want to mix it up every so often to make it fucking interesting. Jesus.
You could try being funny, that might make it interesting.
Hans, I try so hard all the time. It just doesn't work. Gameplay.
Yay.
Story and characters.
Oh, yay. No, God, no, Alex is weird pervert noises.
And what happened to the GTA clone genre?
Do tell us.
Oh God, it's suddenly become an ASMR video.
This is because Alex has an Asian fetish and we're talking about a predominantly Asian game.
I'm pretty sure I did it in the last video as well.
I don't even remember. So, before we kick into it, how far did everyone get?
Nick, how far did you get?
Cannot remember. Let me open Steam here for a second.
Like we've all completed this game before, right?
Yes, I completed this game on the 360 when it came out. I did not complete it this time. I want to say I maybe got like a third to a halfway through it.
Did you get to the wedding?
Yes, I had just done the wedding.
That's like half, right? If even.
Yeah, I would say
that is half, yeah.
Hans.
I got halfway through, but as we have said, I've completed it before on the PS3.
Alex.
I finished it.
Why?
I got just after the wedding, so half again. Yes.
It's a nice day for a yellow wedding.
Bloody wedding.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so tired. So, gameplay.
This will actually be the one where IY quit Bash Bros.
Where
this is actually going to be the episode.
And
like, there's just going to be a line that I was like, no, enough!
So yes, the gameplay. As I mentioned, this is kind of falls into the GTA clone genre, which sounds a tad derivative, but it's one of the best ways to sum it up. It is a very open world. There's driving, there is shooting, there is the added layer of some pretty cool melee combat, but overall, if you want to get a decent picture of what Sleepy Dogs is, it is Asian GTA. Is that a fair assumption? Am I out of line for saying that?
I think
like,
it's a
I
way
was
to
thinking-
I think the phrasing is it is a GTA game set in Asia, and not that it is an Asian GTA game, right?
Like,
that almost makes it sound like Chinese knockoff GTA.
yeah.
So, where are the developers from?
United Front, I believe, are from the UK.
Yeah, they are. See,
I do still have
my idea was like if you got two directors and one of them was Michael Bay and the other one was John Woo and said go make this same game, this is what would happen. Like, they are very similar to the point, but like there's just those one or two key differences that does make it like completely like there's not as much humor in Sleepy Dogs as there is in GTA, but then the combat, the hand-to-hand combat, and actually hand-to-hand and car combat in GTA is really loose and not as interesting as, say, the car combat and hand-to-hand and
I don't
Sleepy
know. I would
Dogs.
say the car stuff is pretty loose in this game.
Dude, I love the car combat now. The fact that you could just like hit a button and then you just destroy the car beside you is sick. And then it slows down as well, slow-mo, so you just watch them like careen off the side of a cliff or
I'm
something.
just saying
and,
that
this
it's
is
pretty
awesome.
loose.
You're just jealous because I beat all of you in the jump challenge in the car.
Did you?
Well, I did last time I played it because I don't know how it happened, but you know the way all your leaderboard scores all your friends' leaderboard scores pop up.
Nick haunted me.
So there's one for like road rage as you like drive through and like knock down pedestrians. So it's like how many can you chain together? And I think I was up in like the 200s.
It wasn't
Jesus,
even
Nick.
that one that haunted me.
Yeah.
No matter what I did, Nick's clean driving score followed me about every single time I got in a vehicle.
See, for me, it was iWise. iWise had the best clean driving score out of the four
For
of
me,
us.
it was
And then every
Dobby,
time-
if you remember, Crazy. I'm pretty sure.
Because Nick had like 2.5 minutes of clean driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I get to my destination before that?
Yeah, that's the thing. You,
See, I like if I ever did it, I was on a good like that's what happened with the road rage stuff. Was just like I was doing it and then I got to my destination. It's like I'm on a pretty good run here. Let's just like keep turning corners and keep going.
Like, the best way remember I tried to beat, but at the time it was IY, and I was like, oh, I'll go on the motorway, and then even then it's just like, I can't beat him. Fuck that guy.
I think the highest I got was like just over 2 minutes. But I could never get over 2.5.
2.5.
Get on my level, scrub.
Get on my level of being a good law-abiding citizen.
There was one car I got in, and I was like, "Oh, this is dead slow. I'll get away with it." I couldn't get fast enough for it to tick.
Bikes, man. That's what you need.
Different
No, you can't.
thing.
Bikes don't do it.
Yeah, bikes have like the top speed.
Right.
Top speed and wheelie.
Yeah, which I believe I hold both in.
Mate, learn how to fly, and then I'll be impressed. People said white boys can't jump. I proved them wrong.
So the combat stuff, I do remember playing it way back when it first came out. I remember Sleeping Dogs having like as good a combat as the Arkham series, which is heavily inspired by
Batman.
But playing it now, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just whatever way the PC version is with the definitive edition, or trying to play it in 4K. But something for me felt very off, and it didn't feel nearly as like precise or fluid as I remember it.
You tried to play it in 4K?
Yeah, I was playing it on my TV, which is a 4K TV.
You can only get 30 FPS in 4K.
Was it? I don't know. I felt like it was at
Yeah.
60 for me.
No, the max thing you can get in 4K is 30.
That might explain it, but I don't know. It still felt off, which seems weird.
Because I got a 4K TV and I was like checking to see if you could get 4K and 60, but the technology isn't there yet.
I thought the game ran
Wait,
pretty
do you mean in general or just for this game?
No, in general.
Dude, I 100% can get 60 frames a second on my TV.
Can you?
Yes.
60 hertz?
Yes, 100%.
What were you saying?
My game ran fine. I felt the combat did exactly what I wanted to do. If I wanted to break that guy's leg, felt good. It happened.
The combat, I think, worked perfectly fine, but to me, I think I had rose-tinted glasses, because I think I remember it being a bit more... Not complicated, that's not the word. But challenging. I don't remember it all being on kind of one or two buttons. And I also thought I remembered having, like, finisher moves and stuff like that. But I just... Maybe you unlock them further in the game, but... I don't know, like, it was still perfectly fine.
Someone in the air conditioning unit I'm pretty sure that would finish me off.
No, I mean, like,
I'd
in
be
terms
dead
of...
as fuck.
I mean, like, a lot of things.
My personal favorite is the furnace.
Yeah, that's kind of that one's real fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't lose police points for that one.
Dude, are you look? Sometimes cops gotta get their hands dirty, and if that means throwing a fucker in a furnace, then so
I think
be
that
it.
one is like pretty grim. But I think the grimmest one that I saw on this playthrough was the hooking someone, like in a fish pit. Yeah. You just like hook them onto it. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, and it sounds really silly, but I think it's the phone. Is it the phone booth one where he literally beats a man to death with a phone?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked.
That almost seems like a one-liner though, like to say, "Oh, message for you," and then whack him with the phone.
Nick never become an action hero.
Right, I'm not gonna just think of one off the top of my head. I'm not a writer.
It's like Nick's an action hero and throws someone off a building. He's like, yeah, have a nice trip. See you next summer. Yeah, deal.
See you next autumn. So close.
Like, yeah. I don't know. I think it's just like, I know it's like the combat's still, I think it's good, but I definitely think it's rose tinted glasses a bit for myself. I think I remember it being better than it actually was.
Yeah, no, I would agree, but I think it is because like games have gotten better.
Possibly,
better, especially at doing that style of combat.
because it's been done a lot now.
Yes, it's in every game. Some might say,
but still, like, I think it's because also how old like Sleeping Dogs is. I think we underestimate how long, because it was released so many different times. Yeah. We kind of forget that it's like nearly a full generation old at this point.
But that's like, as we mentioned, like the out of combat stuff, I still think is real fucking stupid fun. Like, the driving is fun to do. Like, as you said, the car mechanics are ridiculous.
Just
I love the idea that you can throw anyone into the trunk of any fucking car and then just drive that fucker into the ocean.
Like, even just the fact that you can just sprint and then run and spin kick anyone you want to is amazing.
You're so fucking dumb. So, I was the only one that played the definitive edition, yeah?
Sorry?
I can't remember.
I was the only one that played the definitive edition, yeah?
I thought that was the only one on PC, or is it?
No, I think the standard one's on PC now. Or I think it was originally on PC.
Well, you can't buy the standard one anymore, but...
It was originally, like, it's still available if you owned it.
Yeah, like, I only have the standard one.
Let me open up Steam and have a look.
So, I don't know if it's in the original, I don't remember it being in the original, but one of the vendors in it sells, like, Asian-inspired outfits. So, like, there's, like, traditional, like, Bruce Lee ones, there's other ones, and one of them is the Monkey King, like, the Goku Monkey King.
Yeah.
And it comes pre-equipped with a giant fucking staff you can summon that replaces, like, all your special moves with these massive staff attacks. And let me tell you, it's amazing.
That's it. That is one thing I can't actually connect to Steam apparently.
Yeah, my Steam's done as well. I don't know.
That's one thing I actually really appreciate about the game more than actually like a lot of games in recent time. And that is, I felt rewarded for playing it. Because whenever you finish a mission and stuff, it's like, oh, here's this new outfit you can wear. And like the health shrines and stuff. Like, I felt like those as a thing to collect. Yeah, I didn't go out of my way to do them, but like that's like a nice. It was it was really funny because there was one mission where I leapt through a window. I noticed a window to my left, that it had like a health shrine, but it was like up on a platform. But I like pulled all these enemies. I was like, wait a minute, guys, let me just climb up here and pray at this shrine. And then they all came up.
Light this incense.
And then they all came up after me while I was like praying.
I noticed one when I was taking the woman to the temple to steal the flower for the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So I just ditched her in the car, went and prayed.
There's something to be said. I feel like it's nice to compare this to something like GTA 5, which we've also played on the show, I realize.
Go look at that. Go watch that episode
Yeah,
right
sure.
now.
Future Nick put a link for that episode somewhere in here. GTA is very regimented in the way it lets you do the missions. Like, the game will constantly fucking yell at you if you try to, like, go off the beaten path, which I feel like Sleeping Dogs doesn't do. Like, Sleeping Dogs lets you kind of fuck around in the middle of a mission with no consequences. Like, if I want to get out and run halfway across the map, do a fucking health shrine, they're like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?
One thing.
Just be back by 10.
Yeah.
One kind of mission I hate in all of these games is the Tailor dude.
Tailing. Yes, fuck that.
I had him. I had the Tailor guy, and first thing that happened was another car had spawned in front of him, so he immediately crashed into it. And then there was a bit later on where he tried to overtake, but as he tried to overtake, an oncoming traffic smashed right into him, which then made me smash into the back of him. And then it just came up, you attacked him. I was like, no, I didn't.
If anything, he attacked me.
So, like, that I don't know how you ever fix those missions, because...
So this may have been the same tailing mission I did, but so the dude got, like, pinged from the side, and his reaction to this was to fucking floor it straight into a wall. I don't know what happened there, and then that was fine. I stopped waiting for him to try and, like, do, like, an 80 fucking point turn out of this wall, until eventually he just decided to reverse full speed back into me. And then it was like, you're too close! I was just like, yeah, no shit.
So I had a similar thing as well. Like, it was like, tail him. So and it was at the very start. He pulled out, and then immediately turned left into a wall. But and then, so I kind of stopped. But because I stopped, the car behind me started honking the horn, which raised my suspicion meter. So he's sitting there doing the scene from Austin Powers where he's stuck trying to reverse him forward. He was doing that between one of the lampposts and then the wall of the buildings. Meanwhile, I'm just going beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I'm going to fail the mission and it's not my fault.
Well, none of mine crashed. I do remember one of them ran over someone. So, the lights were red and, the pedestrians were crossing. He just went through it,
Nice.
ran someone over, and then floored it. He just sped off.
I mean, if I hit someone, I'd probably floor it.
If I ran someone over, I'd floor it the fuck away.
So, yeah.
I think you raised this earlier to me when we were talking about it. The game is a lot jankier.
Yes, the game is
than we
way
remember.
jankier than I remember it being.
But
It's
well,
fun
I was
world jank. It's not like it's broken.
Well, see,
I had numerous cutscenes where Wei Shen was just T-posing.
Yeah, I had one like that.
I didn't get that.
It was fucking hilarious as he's waddling from side to side in a fucking T-pose.
So, you know the way we had the bug at the start of the game,
Yes.
where the guy we're chasing just stops
Yeah.
dead and he doesn't move anymore? In the cutscene after that, it's all T-posing
Yep.
for me.
So,
I
it was
get
just
that.
Wei Shen was T-posing for me. It was no one else.
And everyone's just pretending it's almost like they're ignoring it.
Is this normal? Is this okay?
It's like, don't talk about it. It's a condition he has. Just don't mention. Don't even look at him.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But yeah, it was never at a point where oh god, this game is horrifically broken. It was that's really stupid that happened.
I think that counts as the game being broken, though.
It's broken, but it's not this game is unplayable.
Well, now to be fair, I did have a couple of hard crashes I think I had 2 in the time that I played it, which was quite annoying. So I think it verges on funny onto, no, this is a bit annoying for me.
I found it a bit odd, though, because I actually, I also had, like, one instance where I finished a mission, and then my screen went black, and then the game restarted itself. But I don't remember any of this playing this, like, the very first time. So I don't know if it's, like, a PC thing.
Yeah, that's like also what
Could be actually.
It's
Yeah,
a PC issue with the port. Like, when I originally play it on? I feel like I originally played it on the Xbox or PlayStation. I can't remember. But yeah, it's...
well, I definitely put it on the PS3.
Maybe I begin to think I originally played it on the PC.
I definitely played it on the PC.
I don't know, but yeah, it's weird because I don't remember it being this broken, but I don't remember, or this janky, but I don't remember if that's just I don't remember the jankiness compared to the other bits of the game.
I feel like we would have remembered if the first mission bugged out.
That everyone was T-posing everywhere. But that's a game I want to play.
Oh, actually, yeah, one thing I want to say that I want to compliment the game for, and I think it falls under gameplay. I think Face is an amazing name for a stat.
You got to see a face.
Yeah, like, that is amazing, I think.
I'm really disappointed. I thought you were going to talk about karaoke.
Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot.
It helps that he is such a terrible singer. That makes it even funnier.
Fire away.
Him
Yeah,
doing
it's
I
pretty
Fought
bad.
the Law won is like one of the highlights of the game.
At least they didn't just get another dude.
Yeah.
They just got the actor,
So,
like,
like-
yeah, just saying. And the actor's like, I can't
Like,
sing.
not long
That's
ago,
fine.
I played Yakuza, like Yakuza 0, and there's karaoke in that. And, like, it goes all out for its karaoke. Like, it's full, like, CG cutscenes. Kiryu's a really good singer in it, and, like, if you're doing, like, a rock song, the whole scene, like, transitions into this big fucking metal concert. And then the comparison of that to Wei Shen singing horrendously this janky ass song.
Very, very statically, kind of just bobbing
Yep,
from side to
it's
side.
amazing.
Yeah, it's dumb. This game's dumb.
Any
Well, what
last-
about my personal favorite though? Is what the vendors shout at you as you run past them. That is just. It's like, imagine if you made a Northern Irish game, right? And you're walking through the streets of Belfast, and you just heard 4 for a pair. That is what the equivalent is. Like, a man who has never ate a whole pork bun is never a whole man. You're just like, okay, sweet.
Any last gameplay bits before we move on?
By the way, I really toned down the accent there, so I want you better appreciate that.
Hope you appreciate how unracist Hans is having to be right now.
Is it more racist because I said that, or is it?
I feel like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like whatever-
it cancels out your intentions. When
It's
you-
like whenever
like-
you start a like sentence with like, I don't hate gays, but that's like you're just invalidating the whole
But whenever
point.
they fuck other guys, it annoys me. It's like whenever you're like speaking to a man of color and being like, calling him boy. It's like, I'm not racist, but you know, boy, you really got an attitude problem, and like that's like that. Welcome to Bash Bros. 90% of our humor is racism.
So, story and characters. I'll be honest. I couldn't tell you a single character's name in this game apart from Wei Shen.
Jackie?
There's Jackie, come on.
Dude,
There's Uncle Po.
this is all about Wei Shen and how fucking insane he is. Like, I feel like Emma Stone is in this game for some god fucking knows reason.
Literally,
For like
she
2
is there to
missions.
get. She is there to get plowed, and that is her only purpose in this game.
Every other character that's not Wei Shen just feels so light in comparison. But I do feel like Wei's arc and his story is very interesting, so it kind of makes up for it.
But I think that ties into the idea of like same game but two very kind of different directions with this and GTA. Like the world building and character development in this outside of the main character is not great. Where if you look at GTA, like although their character development isn't really, let's say, traditional, it's all very memorable. You know, like there's Trevor, and then there's Franklin, and then there's, oh my god, why can't I remember Michael? Do you know, like
so memorable?
Even look, I can remember characters from as far back as like GTA 4 and 3. Like there's fucking like Brucey right? From GTA 4, the roid guy.
Fucking Brucey.
But you know what I mean? Like I can remember him. Like that is kind of the two different things, the two major things from these two different games.
Well, one thing.
It's. Oh no!
I was gonna say one thing I like about it's a bit of a contradiction because of how kind of wacky the game can be, but I kind of like, as opposed to say GTA, where I felt like in GTA, I was like just a regular dude that kind of like manages to get himself in these situations and like get out of it. I felt like Wei Shen, because he is, you know, a cop and grew up in the triads at one time, like I felt everything was so much more believable. And then he starts slowing time and like leaping from car to car, but like
they teach you that in the cop. Yeah. You don't know.
But like, I felt like as a character and like how it interacts with the game and the world, like I think he is a much better character than, like, in my opinion, a lot of GTA characters.
I think it's more believable, but to me, it's less interesting. Because, like, it's the same issue I kind of have with, like, crime series and stuff like that. Like, if I watch a crime show and it's, like, a police detective doing it, it's like, okay, I have to get into this crime scene, okay? For a police detective to do it, I'll flash my badge and I can get in. But if a regular Joe has to get into the crime scene, there's this entire thing around it. Oh, I have to sneak in. I have to make sure I'm not caught. How do I sneak in? I think, for me, regular characters in these crazy situations is a lot more interesting than just a police guy who flashes his badge and does paperwork. But that's just my opinion.
Let me tell you, Wei Shan does not flash a badge. He goes in there and throws guys into phone booths and into boots.
Yeah, and then beats them to death with the receiver.
Threw a guy into a shark tank as well. Jeez, that was fucked.
But then at the same time, Trevor kicks in a guy's head in the middle of the street, so... Who do you think is more psychotic, Wei Shen?
Wei Shen, 100%. Because, like, he's a normal dude half the time, and then suddenly something just snaps.
Usually someone's arm.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Do you know actually what one of my favourite kills is? And it sounds so silly, but see, whenever you're fighting in the nightclub, and when you weaken someone down enough that if you run them towards the railing, you can just chuck them over the railing, because you can actually see them land, and it's fucking hilarious. I accidentally killed a civilian because when I threw the guy, one of the bartenders was behind the bar and I was able to hit him, and then the collision caused that character to die, and that was just amazing to me.
I love the way he shoves him over the railing.
Yeah, it's just like it's like throwing a drunk out. That's what it looks like.
Well, for me, he like grabbed her head and pushed them.
Yeah, it's very like forceful.
You're in a fight.
Usually assume, like, you'd grab their leg and tip them. This is like, no, I'm going to break your back as I throw you over this as well.
Can we say one bad thing about the gameplay, and that is I think the shooting is very poor.
I think it's serviceable.
I think it's...
If we're going for comparisons, I would say I would take GTA 5 shooting.
I hate all GTA shooting.
I think it's better than this, though.
About the shooting is like the car chase shooting.
See, that's where you're going wrong, though, Alex. You're shooting instead of just using your car to kill them.
Instead of hitting the ram button.
You're the passenger, is what I'm saying.
Oh, right,
In
okay.
those missions.
Then just jump onto the other car.
No, it doesn't let you.
Look, out of the 3 options to kill another person in the car, you're picking the worst one, which is the gun. Either use yourself or use the car.
That's
Throw
how
them
you
into
kill
the
them.
boot as well.
When
That's
the
also an
mission
option.
is, you sit in the passenger seat with a machine gun for 10 minutes shooting out, there's only one thing you can do.
Alex, you're forgetting that Wei Shen already has 2 guns built in.
Well, it's infinite ammo for some reason.
Yeah, his guns are infinite ammo.
Because he
Fist
never
don't
gets
quit.
tired. Do what that makes up for that, though, is that if you shoot one of the front tires, the car does an awesome slow-mo flip.
I know,
Because-
it's awesome the first couple of times, but doing it over...
Alex,
and
It's
over.
awesome every time.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
like, if you may as well just trade in your man card, because if you don't appreciate cars flipping in slow motion, there's something seriously wrong.
Towards the end of the game, there's so much of it. There's actually so much of
Yeah,
it.
and it's great every time.
Every single time.
It's really not.
Just you wait
Like-
till I shoot your car's tires, and you'll see how awesome it is in first person. From the inside of that car.
If you want to be rich in Japan, then become a mechanic. Because those cars just need fixed constantly.
God damn it.
What?
So, the final section. What happened to the GTA clone? Sleeping Dogs.
GTA happened? That's exactly what happened.
Sleeping Dogs could have been, or could probably, if you want to boil it down, could just be considered one of the many, many GTA clones that came out between the PS2 and PS3 360 eras. There are numerous others. There's Saints Row, the Mafia series, True Crime, and there's been licensed ones like like The Godfather and Scarface had games at a point. However, it does feel like in recent years, like this has died off substantially. Like we had stuff like Watch Dogs, which is still kind of similar, but less so, and like does have its own twists in it. And it feels like even stuff that's still going, like Saints Row, has gone off like completely off the rails compared to something like GTA, where Saints Row you're essentially not just a fucking superhero. Why did this happen? Because I feel like these were fucking everywhere at a point.
Like, to be fair, it's just because, like, if you're not going to go the Saints Row direction of just going balls to the wall mental, then you're not going to stand out. And because I was curious, because I thought, in my mind, I was like, this game was, like, Sleeping Dogs, like, this game was great. Why did we not get a sequel? Commercially, it was a failure. Like it's got maybe consider a cult following, but commercially this game didn't do well. They considered it a failure, and I think is United Front even still a thing? That they went bankrupt and they're gone now. So I think like unless you do go that crazy over the top direction like Saints Row did, you don't stand out. And now even if you do go that direction, you're always going to compare to Saints Row.
God, Saints Row is so good though.
Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4 is amazing, yes.
But like I mentioned there, like True Crime, like Sleeping Dogs did begin as I believe True Crime Hong
True
Kong.
Crime. Yeah.
And True Crime, I think it's had 2 games in it. I think it's had like New York and
LA, I
I
think.
or maybe San Francisco. But like it feels like in that era of PS2 and the early PS3, it just felt like these types of open world crime games were just like everywhere. You had ones spinning off and like say it was The Getaway was based in London.
Yep.
Yeah, like you had them everywhere, and it just felt like suddenly into this generation they just suddenly stopped.
Like the last one really was Mafia 3.
Yeah, and even then, like it wasn't massively well
Great.
received. It was middle of the road, like not egregiously bad
Yeah.
by any stretch of imagination, but it wasn't like, didn't have people clamoring for another Mafia game anyway.
No, and again, that's because like it was middle of the road. It wasn't like it was very straight laced. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't like none of the mechanics stood out. Like maybe added a level of kind of Predator mechanics of a lot more emphasis on stealth and stuff like that. But I don't know, like GTA just has that market closed down. Like very few. Like let's be honest, whenever they announce a new GTA, it's still a special occasion. There's very few games nowadays that when they announce a sequel, is there actually a real pomp and circumstance about it. But GTA does have that. It's a big deal. Like, even the casual fans, a GTA game is still a big deal.
Fair enough.
Like, I see when they announce GTA 6, I'll shoot my broker everywhere.
Get out. So, any final thoughts before we close out on Sleepy Dogs?
I think it is hilarious and cruel how you have to beat up the students to learn new moves.
Yep.
Especially the leg break one.
Their limbs.
Yeah, especially as you break every single one of their legs.
They are fucking troopers, though. They can take a beating. It's like, oh dear, I fucked it up. I have to try again.
Oh god, I accidentally didn't break your leg. Gotta try again. As he limps towards you.
I think also just I think there's one where it's a really basic one, but it's just like we have to pin them and just punch them in the face constantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the knee strike's pretty fun as well, just because it makes a really satisfying noise.
Like, could you imagine actually being like that guy's like pupil?
You're sitting there training until Wei Shen walks in and everyone's just like, oh god, no, not again.
It's like, okay, guys, line up. Wei wants to practice on you. It's like, I think I'm gonna stop paying you for these lessons.
So, personally, I think.
Sorry, actually, and then the funny bit as well. And then the funny bit as well afterwards is that you're literally covered head to toe in blood after the like, it's just so fucked.
Look, that guy really wants his statues back.
Yeah, he wants his Zodiac statues back. So overall, I do really enjoy Sleeping Dogs. I think it's harder to go back to than I personally expected, but I still think there's enough there that makes it really fun to play, and it's still stupid, enjoyable fun 99% of the time. Yeah, there's some unfortunate, dumb jankiness, but overall, I think it's worth going back to. I think it's still up there as the closest that in a long time I think someone got to capturing the weird, being a good mix, I'd say, between the insanity of Saints Row and the seriousness of GTA. And overall, yeah, I think Sleepy Dogs is still up there as one of the better games, and it's a shame we'll probably never see an actual sequel to it. Hans?
Yeah, this game is just pure fun. I think some of the technical issues are maybe a bit more frustrating for me than I would like, but like, it is fun. When it works, it's fun. If you like seeing people die and cars flip in slow motion, just buy this game.
Alex?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but I think that the story is very good in the way that it builds it up, and then the twists, the betrayals, all that good stuff. I think the story is just fantastic in it.
Oh,
I would highly recommend this game, especially if you've never played it before. There's plenty of other games that do the Batman combat better, or the driving better, or whatever. But I do think Alex says it right, and I think the story and just Wei Shen. I think he sort of holds it together really well as a full package.
If you want to see his package, you equip him with the Bruce Lee outfit.
I was going to make a package joke like that, but I decided not to.
And that's where me and you differ. Alright, I take those risks.
Oh, can we also give an honourable mention to the Vengeful Mother?
She's amazing.
Who, is an absolute psychopath.
Carves up a guy with a meat cleaver, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But that's
multiple times.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, if I was a mother and he was responsible for the death of my son, I would probably do the same. Yes.
I mean, that's how I always picture Awai's mom. is
That is 100%.
She's visiting on Monday. I'll let her know.
with a meat cleaver.
I'll let her know you said that whenever she goes back.
Hey, Mom, do you want to see this episode of the game?
And then what's gonna? And you know,
See
and
an
you know what's gonna
episode
happen?
of
You
the
know what's
show,
gonna happen? You know what's happening? Hans, she's gonna feed you Nick in a stew.
I feel like Nick would not make a very good stew.
Nah, I'm very fatty.
Very hairy. And that's coming from
Don't
me.
worry, he'll get skinned first.
Flayed.
Oh,
So, overall, very positive impressions of Sleeping Dogs, and very much seems like a game worth going back to. But before I reveal the game for October, there's some business to take care of. And that is our top 5 lists from the last year of Game Club. Year and a month of Game Club. Year and 2 months of Game Club, actually, because the winter break's in there as well. I will start. Number
why?
5.
Why you gotta start?
Because that's the order we always do things.
How do we do it? All of our 5 at once?
No, that's
No,
just
it's
confusing.
not.
Yeah, because we're gonna mention like the same games at different times.
Yeah. Number 5.
Nick, what is your number 5?
Sleeping Dogs, as mentioned. I'll not go into the
Oh.
reasoning again.
I was about to say, that's actually lower than I was expecting.
Number 4. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Really like Hellblade. I really appreciate the things it's trying to do and the very new things it's trying to implement. There were some frustrations with it, but I think the things it's trying to do outweigh those quite a lot. Number 3. Danganronpa V3. Better than 2, not as good as 1. All I need to say.
Yeah, that sums it up nicely, yeah.
Number 2. 2 Point Hospital.
Because you wanted the pun of me number 2 and 2 Point.
No, actually.
You're full of shit. I know if I read it, that's what it is.
Great game, a great throwback to the old Theme Hospital games. With it's essentially just Theme Hospital with updated graphics, and that's pretty awesome. And number 1, my game of the Game Club year,
Rebel Galaxy.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Really?
Yep. I love me some Dragon Age, and Dragon Age Inquisition was so much fun. Really love playing it. Great story, great characters, really enjoyable. Loved it.
I love how that list is the exact same as my list, except in different orders.
Hans, top 5 me.
Okay, number 5 is Danganronpa V3. I have always put Danganronpa on my top 5 list, so why change the habit of a lifetime? Dragon Age Inquisition is my number 4 choice. Any game where I can bang a member of a different species, I am 100% on board with. Sleeping Dogs. It's number 3. And I was going to make the similar statement about Dragon Age because of the dogs in the title, but that's beneath me. No, look, Sleeping Dogs is pure fun. How can you not enjoy it? Number 2 is 2 Point Hospital. It's Theme Hospital. Like, it's the natural progression of what Theme Hospital is nowadays. So how could you not find it funny and quirky and genuinely quite challenging at times? And number 1 is Ori and the Blind Forest. That game.
That wasn't.
Wait, well, that's on the list, right?
Yeah, that's not.
That's
That
not.
wasn't
That's
this
not.
year, you idiot.
Am I right this one? Alright. Oops. Okay. How did I fuck that up? How did I get everything bar that one?
This couldn't have gone any better.
Honorable mention,
Honorable
Ori
mention.
and the Blind Forest.
So good.
Shit.
It made it into
I gotta
this
pick.
one.
I gotta. God damn it! Right. Okay.
God.
Okay.
You didn't even put it number 1 when we did
No,
that list.
it's cool. I did. No, I must have. Because why would it be at the top if I didn't?
Oh, God.
Okay.
So you're gonna move everything.
Number
You're gonna move
1.
everything up and then like have a 5th.
No. Number 1 is going to now be Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
What?
Sorted. There. Done.
Okay.
You do know it's the original, Hans?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's grand. Resident Evil 2.
Alright.
Alex, from this year, please.
Number 5, I have Rebel Galaxy. I really enjoyed it. I know everyone else didn't, but I did. At number 4, 2 Point Hospital. Number 3, Danganronpa 3. Number 2, Dragon Age Inquisition. And number 1, Hellblade.
Why did you read that like you were reading out the football results
the football
on
scores
the
on
radio?
Sky Sports.
I don't know.
Why?
Okay. Number 5, Dragon Age Inquisition. As a game that I did not play whenever it was out. I thought it was very good. But it's just... But for those kind of games that are just too long for me to play, to be honest. Number 4, Danganronpa. It's more Danganronpa. Enough said. Number 3, Sleeping Dogs. Discussed enough already today. Number 2, 2 Point Hospital. I'm so good at Alex didn't put 2 Point Hospital as number 2, like the rest of us. Yeah, it is a game that was just, in my opinion, like kind of just what it set out to be. But number 1 is Hellblade, because it set out to do something quite different. And although it's, in my opinion, it's not as good a game, I think it is more of what I would like to see.
Sweet. Let's hear it for our winners and Ori the Blind Forest.
Woo!
That may be the most unintentionally funny thing that's ever happened on this.
Nah. Completely scripted. Remember, completely scripted.
Yes, 100%. Sorry, 100% scripted.
Hans being an idiot.
No,
Scripted.
I don't think you can script that sort of thing.
But yes, our final bit of business. The spookiest month of the year is upon us. So, I have picked a suitably spooky game.
Is it Resident Evil 3?
A game that that does have a Guinness World Record for being the most critically divisive game in the world. A game that just had a sequel announced. And personally, one of my favorite games ever made. In October, we will be playing Deadly Premonition.
Oh, no.
Yes!
It's not...
And it just came out on
I
time.
know it did. I'm okay.
I cannot wait.
It's...
I think I can.
Can I just watch, like, the endurance run? Because I
No,
don't want to play.
You gotta play
I
it.
don't-
You gotta experience it firsthand.
It's on Steam,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, it is on Steam.
Can we play...
Deadly Premonition, the director's cut, I believe.
Can I play the other one? The one that was, like, episodic, but, like, it didn't...
No, you cannot play D4.
Oh, yeah, D4, that's what we call it.
I'm so happy this game is getting a sequel. This is the happiest I've been.
I can't believe this game's getting a sequel.
Yeah, but... what's the subtitle called?
A blessing.
A Blessing in Disguise, that's it.
Aptly named. Is it being done by Sweary?
Yes, it still is. So yes, join us in October where we'll be playing through Deadly Premonition. But for now, it is goodbye from Hans.
Have a good one.
Goodbye from Alex.
Bye.
A goodbye from
What was that,
IOI.
Zach?
And a goodbye from myself. See you next time.